All right, everybody. First of all, welcome to tonight's discussion. That we're just kind of here to hang out and talk to you guys about what we do with Beachbody and why there's a lot of people like me and like maybe the coach that invited you to join tonight to hear about what we do. I mean, there's a lot of people like us that are really excited about Beachbody who have just found a passion for, first of all, for being advocates of health and fitness and weight loss and good nutrition. And also partnering with a company like Beachbody that affords us the opportunity to get paid to help other people use a lot of the stuff that we believe in. So I want to thank you for taking 30 minutes out of your night to come and spend it with me. We're just going to talk a little bit about that. You might be wondering, a little bit about who I am. So chances are I might have not been the person to invite you. Somebody else might have invited you. But this is a little bit about me. I mean, I'm just a regular freaking guy. I mean, you can probably tell I'm in a t-shirt. I'm in a ball cap. I'm actually a high school football coach. I coached for 16 years in Ohio. I now coach football for a school called St. Thomas Aquinas in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We'll be playing on ESPN the first week of the season this year, which is really exciting. But for 10 years of my life, I did insurance. That's what I did full time as far as my income went. And I kind of coached football on the side. And I spent about 20 years of my life being morbidly obese. I mean, I had problems with weight and food from age 12 all the way up until, my early 30s when I discovered P90X and I discovered Beachbody. And in 2008, I did a program that Beachbody put out. That program that I did was P90X. Now, we all have all kinds of programs. We're going to talk about those now. But at the time, that was what was hot, and that's what people were doing, and that's what I got into. And I lost over 100 pounds with it. I never thought that – you got to understand, I mean, I went from being this morbidly obese kind of, fat guy that was sitting on the couch feeling like crap about himself that wouldn't even, I would skip going to social events just because I didn't want to feel like the fattest guy in the room and those sorts of things. I was always a nice guy, but I think for me, it was, I always wanted to lose weight, and Beachbody was the way that I discovered that. I never thought that it would lead me to doing what I do now as a Beachbody coach, which – when I first started as a coach, I wasn't even sure that I wanted to be a coach. I honestly wasn't even sure that the cost to become a coach would go through my credit card, right? My credit cards were always maxed out. And here I am, man, 7 years after the fact. My family and I have earned over $1 million as Beachbody coaches. And I mean, if you think about it as a high school football coach, we get paid about 30 cents an hour to go work with the kids. And we're not getting, we're not getting rich doing that. But this company affords us an opportunity to do something that we believe in, to first of all become a product of the products and to use the things that they have for our own personal benefit, to get our own health and our own fitness in line. And then also to pay that forward to other people, and they're willing to pay us for that. I've made a ton of friends as a Beachbody coach. I mean, I went from, never getting out of my town to traveling around the world for free by winning trips and making a lot of friends, a lot of places. And at the end of the day, I mean, quite honestly, I'm a guy, and I think our team is full of people who all just have a love for helping other people. And we believe wholeheartedly in the mission of Beachbody. We believe wholeheartedly. And the mission of Beachbody is pretty simple. It's to help other people achieve their goals and live a healthy, fulfilling life. And so we have a team of people, and you can see that team here. I mean, some of our team members, like this guy, Greg Bird, he's won $25,000 in the Beachbody Challenge. I won $50,000. We've had people from all over the country. I mean, you can see our team of people down here in the bottom right picture. And it's a team that I'm really proud of because it's real people from real places with real results that have a real passion for just being advocates of a healthier lifestyle. And we believe in Beachbody. So let's talk about Beachbody a little bit because it's a big part of who we are and it's a big part of what we do. A good friend of mine, a guy who's a good friend now, Carl Deichler and John Congdon, back in 1998. So almost 20 years ago now, right? So 17 years ago, these guys kind of took a chance, and they didn't have any programs out yet. They decided to start a company, and they put together this fitness video company called Beachbody, and they were going to sell it through infomercials in their website, beachbody.com. And so they came out with programs like, great buns guaranteed and great abs guaranteed. And then about once every 2 years, they would put a program out. Power 90 and Slim in 6 for the first 4 years were the two big programs. And then we came out with P90X in 2004. And, about once every year or two, they would come out with a program and they did well, right? They did well. They were making profits. But what they noticed was that people were getting such great results. Like their stuff was actually working for their customers, and their customers were so excited about it that they would, willingly go out there and share with other people and encourage other people to get into Power 90 or get into P90X or to get into Turbo Jam. And they were creating this culture around fitness at home. And so they had a choice to make. They could either sell their stuff, they could sell their workout programs through, let's say, through Target or through Walmart, and let Walmart make the money and let Target make the money. Or they could take the people like me and you and the people who were actually using it and actually were recommending it to other people, and they would pay us for that. And so they decided to pay us. They decided to pay the individuals and go with a word of mouth marketing model that we now call Team Beachbody. And since that time, you can see that as our network has grown, the demand for products and programs has drastically increased. So the company started getting into nutritional products as well. Things like Shakeology, things like the 3-day refresh, the ultimate reset 21-day cleanse. But they started coming out with programs, and what they started realizing is this, that they've got a variety of interests. Like there's some people who are already super fit. There's some people that need basic fitness. Some people love cardio. Some people love strength training. And so over the course of, the time since 2007, they've really developed a portfolio of fitness programs that can fit any need, any level of fitness, any age group. So it doesn't matter really, who you are. Not everybody's going to start with insanity, but some people will. Some people are limited on time. So we have programs like T25. That's only 25 minutes a day. Some people deal with pain and arthritis and just want to get their body feeling better. That's why we have a program like Tai Chang. Personally, I love to lift weights, right? So I'm not into cardio. I don't love to run through, I'm not going to go out and run a marathon, but I love to lift weights. And that's why a program like Body Beast is great for a guy like me, because it's all strength training. P90X3, again, is P90X, but it's in 30 minutes a day. So that was one of the biggest knocks on P90X, was that it was an hour a day. Well, P90X3 is only 30 minutes a day, and you can still get great results with that. So we've got programs for everybody. And so I don't know, maybe if you're here, I don't know why you're here, if you're here to just check out programs because you're thinking about getting started as maybe a customer and just getting going in your own fitness journey. If so, don't be overwhelmed by the programs. That's why your coach is there. They'll be happy to consult with you. Let them know sort of, where you're at in your own thinking, and we'll find a program that fits you. Or maybe you're a coach and you're wondering what we have to offer people. Well, that's a huge list, and that's exactly why our network has grown so tremendously. I mean, there's two reasons, I think, why our network has grown to over $500 million. So the company as a whole is $1 billion, and the network is more than half of that. In fact, 500 million was last year's number. I believe we hit 700 million projected in 2015. But there's really two reasons. The first reason I believe is this, that in North America, obesity is a crisis. And health and fitness is one of the fastest growing industries, because there's such a great need from our masses of people who over the last 30 years have more than tripled the obesity rate. And I've been part of that, and I still struggle with my weight, so I understand it. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is this, that we have a company who's putting out stuff that actually works. There's a lot of people out there that are selling crap stuff, here, buy my pills and take them for 30 days and you'll lose 20 pounds. We're actually selling a full solution to people. And that actually works. And we're going to talk about that solution. And we have a community of people that is almost 300,000 coaches strong that is behind that movement. So that's why it works. But here's why what we do works. And this is why this is such a legit thing, that most people who are trying to get healthy and fit on their own lack in one of these categories. We call this the 4 pillars of success, right? We understand that people need all 4 of these. They need fitness, they need nutrition planning and understanding in nutrition and quality nutrition. They also need peer support. They need a community of people. And we also believe in rewards. We believe that people will work harder and stay longer if there's an incentive behind it. So that reward is, as a coach, getting paid for it. And I got to tell you, the fact that, listen, I lost 115 pounds, and the fact that I'm a coach is probably the primary reason why I haven't gained all my weight back, because I understand these 4 pillars of success, because I'm surrounded. Let's go one by one. First of all, fitness. We take the guesswork out of that for people. I remember being the guy that would go to the gym And I might jump on the elliptical for 20 minutes. I might lift a few weights, but I wasn't working out with a purpose and with a specific plan. And so I might lose 10 pounds here and there, but it wasn't something that I could put on a calendar and check off. I'm doing, A today, B tomorrow, C the next day. And I didn't have the money to pay for a personal trainer. I mean, those guys are $50 to $100 an hour, most of them, so I didn't have that kind of money. So we have programs that when you open it up, it's all planned out for you by a professional trainer that has created thousands and thousands and thousands of testimonials with that same program. All we have to do is get people to follow it. First of all, follow it ourselves. And then second of all, encourage other people to follow it. It's already planned out for you. The second thing is nutrition. Every program that we offer comes with a nutritional plan. We probably have the best portion control fitness plan, the easiest one to follow that I've ever seen, that you can get with any of our programs for a minimal amount of money that comes with these portion control containers. And when I did my weight loss 8 years ago, we didn't have that. I wish we did, because it would have made crap a whole lot easier for me. And it's, but ask your coach about the containers, the portion control containers, because that's legit. But we also have Shakeology. I've been guilty of buying a lot of different things off the shelves in my previous life, and not understanding what was in it. I could tell you that 8 years now as a coach and 8 years of studying what's out there on the market and what people are taking for weight loss and comparing it to what we have to offer with Shakeology, I got to tell you, it makes me super proud to know that when we get people into Shakeology and we get people into our products and programs, that we're not selling them a quick fix. We're selling them legit, honest, hardcore nutrition that they can't get anywhere else. There's no way that, it's the Lexus, it is like the Rolls Royce of the nutritional shake world. You can't, this is how much I believe in it. When my 93-year-old grandfather was getting sick, I would give him bags of it and make him drink it. And he raised me. And I love that man like my own father. I would take a bullet for him, right? That's how much I believe in Shakeology, is that I was giving it to my ailing 93-year-old grandfather because I knew it would help him feel better, right? For me, it wasn't about the money. It was about what it would do for him. I did the same thing with my mother. She got off her cholesterol meds. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Peer support is the third pillar of success, right? Peer support is the community of people. We understand this, that people become what they're surrounded with. And so if they're surrounded by a community of people who are talking about fitness, talking about working out, talking about moving, talking about eating healthy, and who are doing it themselves and who are encouraging, supportive, and dynamic in that, then our customers and our coaches are more likely to become more like that themselves. And then the reward side of it. The reward side of it is the fulfillment of helping other people, and also, the fulfillment of earning a paycheck and earning additional money for your household as a coach. You could do that. So we already talked a little bit about Shakeology. It is our flagship nutritional product. And this is what I'm talking about when we discuss Shakeology. It's 70 superfoods. And like I said, man, I believe in it to the point where, my wife is pregnant with twins right now. I won't let her go a day without drinking it, because I know those twins inside of her are getting the superfood nutrition that we can't get. The fact is this, that in our country, we have ruined the land and ruined the food supply. And you're welcome to dig in and study that fact. You're welcome to get on Netflix and watch documentaries. I've watched dozens of them. I've studied it myself. But the reality is, when we eat an apple in this country, we're not really getting the full nutritional value of an apple. And it's forced us and forced this company to make alternative planning when it comes to our nutrition. And so Shakeology actually goes into indigenous worlds like, Peru and Tibet and Africa, where the ground is untouched and the farmers are really farming it the old school way that we used to farm it, right? Without pesticides, without chemicals and all that stuff. And then it's untouched by heat. So this is unprocessed stuff. The only processing is it comes out of the ground, it dries, it's not in an oven, it hang dries. And then once it's hang dries, it's just mashed with a pedal and mortar, or whatever you call that thing. Then they mash it down into a powder and then send it to the company in barrels. And so that's the only processing so Shakeology is a whole food in a shake. I want you guys to understand that. Like, you're not just buying protein powder. So you can't really, I remember when it first came out, I was used to spending like $30, $40 a month on protein powder. And I couldn't understand why Shakeology was so much more expensive. Now I understand it. It's not protein powder. I mean, you can't get this. I mean, the only way you could get this is if you went to the health food store and you picked up 70 of these powders and put them all together. And it would cost you about $800 a month to do that. The company's done that for you. They put it into a $4 a day shake, which is a hell of a lot healthier for you than a value meal at Wendy's, and a heck of a lot healthier for you and less expensive than a latte at Starbucks. So anyway, that's, the deal with Shakeology. And it's something that we believe in. It comes in all kinds of flavors. You got the regular flavors in the whey protein, which mixes a little bit thicker. My suggestion is this. If you get going on Shakeology, my suggestion is that you try it different ways. Milk makes it creamier. Water makes it thinner, a little bit thinner. I like it with ice in a blender versus shaken. Some people love to add a banana or some kind of peanut butter or something like that. I just drink it regular. Personally, my favorites are the regular chocolate in the black bag, and then in the white bags we have these vegan ones that are made with raw vegan protein powders. I use the tropical strawberry as my favorite. So if you're thinking about a flavor, I would suggest one of those two and getting started with those. You can always switch it later down the road. But we don't just have Shakeology. We don't just have the programs. I mean, we have programs that can fit anybody. We have the Ultimate Reset Cleanse that we have. We have the 3-day refresh equipment, that people can get. So, if I got somebody that comes to me and says, hey, where would you buy a bench, like a workout bench? Well, we can sell that to them and make a commission off of it versus sending them to Dick's Sporting Goods. I want you to think about this. How many things in life do you recommend? And how many of those companies pay you for that recommendation? That's the thing with what we do with Beachbody is this. We love the stuff so much that we would recommend it whether they pay us or not, right? Just like a movie that we like, or just like a restaurant that we like. We would tell people about this stuff anyway because we love using it. We just happen to love stuff that's put out by a company that's willing to pay us to talk about it with other people. And that's a pretty simple way. And this is what happens to those other people. When they get in the program, they get surrounded by our community, they follow the system, they drink their Shakeology. This is what happens right here. And to me, there's no way they can't get that kind of a result if they trust the whole system, if they do all 4 parts of it. Okay? Does that make sense? If they really, really, really put themselves forward. And it doesn't matter if they're trying to gain weight, lose weight, if they're a boy, if they're a girl, if they're 80 or if they're 18, it doesn't matter. The programs work for everybody and we can find something to fit them. And the big reason they work is that peer support. This is our coaching community. This is real people from real places, people like you, people like me, who have used Beachbody stuff, love it, and want to help other people. And I got to tell you that being a coach, I never thought that I'd have the ability to work from home and earn an income. I'm not a fitness expert, right? So I'm not a trainer. I don't have to know all the fitness stuff that Tony Horton knows or Shaun T knows. And I'm definitely not a nutritionist, okay? I just trust the programs, and I recommend them to people, and I encourage them to follow them as well. And I keep in touch with them, and that's pretty much it. I share with them why I believe in them. I let them know that it'll also work for them, and the company pays me to do that. There's a lot of benefits to being a coach. I mean, I don't know what kind of job you have or second job you have or what your money situation is, but here's the thing, man. You can set your own hours. Like, it's not a 9 to 5. This is not like show up Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You're not waiting for the weekend to come around so that you don't have to go to work. You can work from anywhere. As long as I have my smartphone with me, I could work while I'm in line at the grocery store, right? As long because I can get on Facebook, I can message people, I can work when I'm sitting at home outside by my pool. Does that make sense, right? So it's not like I work a 10-hour day. I work here and there, and I talk to people here and there, and in the process, I've earned a full-time income out of it. Most of our coaches are part-time. Most of our coaches, quite honestly, are going to earn anywhere from a couple $100 a month to a few $1,000s a month. The majority of our coaches. So I don't know, what a couple $100 extra bucks a month for you to do that would mean to you. But maybe it pays your car payment. Maybe it pays your mortgage. I don't know. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of benefits to being a coach and doing what we do, creating a second income, a plan B for yourself. And with social media, and I got to tell you that I believe this. I believe that the job market in the business world are changing, and I believe that people are going more to these online businesses. You see it all the time. I mean, if you watch Shark Tank, some of the biggest entrepreneurs on Shark Tank are people who have started social media businesses. Well, this is a business where we don't have to make the product. We don't have to warehouse it. We don't have to collect the payments. We don't have to, pay for the shipping, right? We don't have, the company does all that for us. All we have to do is say, man, this stuff works. Why don't you do it? And when the person does it and buys it from us, the company takes care of shipping. The company, and on Thursday, they give us a check for making that connection. That's all we have to do. I think it's a pretty good gig. I honestly, it gives me the freedom to go coach football for $4,000 a year and not worry about the money side of football. There's a lot of other reasons. I mean, not only the commissions, but the friendships that you make, the learning that you're going to do, the recognition that you get. I mean, I've been to the south of France. I've been to Tahiti, all paid for by the company. I've been on cruises. I've been to Cancun, all paid for by the company, all because I went out there and month after month have just helped other people do what I did. It's pretty simple. And you have all the support you need. Maybe you've never done a business before. You don't have to be an expert at that. We have the marketing tools. You're going to have websites that are made for you. We're going to communicate with you. Our team does training for you. We have a new coach training that starts the first Monday of every month. So if you get, let's say that you want to get started, we'll be happy to put you through that mentorship program and make sure we provide these webinars for you so that you don't have to explain things. If you want to invite your people to just check out this webinar and let us help you explain it, that's fine too. But we have everything in place for you to succeed, and we have the community behind us that you're not going to be going it alone, whether it's the fitness side, whether it's weight loss and fitness, or whether it's coaching and earning money and helping other people. In both of those cases, we have everything set up. Like, all you got to do is show up to school, do the work, right, and pass the test. That's all you got to do. And if you do that, everything else is set for you. That's why a lot of people like Lindsay McGuire, Lindsay McGuire said on one of these webinars a handful of months ago and decided to do this. She was kind of burning out at work. She was working like 50, 60 hours a week. She had 2 little kids. She had put on some weight. Well, she decided to get started with T25 and Shakeology, and she did that for about a month and started losing weight, started feeling better about herself. And then she decided to become a coach. And now she earns money just working part-time from home, using mostly Facebook, but doing something that she loves, and she's made a ton of friends as well. We got people from all over the country. I could do story after story. So at this point, I mean, it really is this. Listen, you've heard who we are. You've heard why we believe in this. You've heard the fact that we don't know where you're at, but we want you to get started in some way, whatever is best for you. And maybe that's as a coach. Maybe you're looking at this and you're like, dude, I'm excited. I think that there's a true need for what you guys are offering, and I'd love to partner with you guys. At the end of the day, man, we're not here to force anybody. We truly want you to make the decision that's best for you. And if it's something that you feel you can throw yourself behind and be part of, then we want to lock arms with you, man. And we want to go to battle with you, and we want to build a future with you, a healthier, more successful future than the one that people are living out there in the real freaking world. All right. So maybe you want to get started as a coach and start helping other people and getting paid for it. Or maybe, maybe like me, at first I didn't want to be a coach. I just wanted to work out. I just wanted to do my thing and start losing weight. And then along the way, a few months in, then I decided to become a coach. So maybe you're just at that point where you're like, look, I really need to focus on me right now. I got to help myself before I can help anybody else. And that's perfectly fine too. We can get you going on a program, get you on a challenge pack, get you plugged into a fitness page with your coach or with one of our coaches, and make sure that you have the support that you need to get, the goals that you have in line. So this is what that would cost you. This is what that looks like, right? This would be your initial investment to get going. Quite honestly, to me, like, if you're going to jump in and you're going to do it, you might as well be serious about it, right? Like, why piss around about it? That's my personal philosophy, is why, if you're going to do it, right? Otherwise, you're not going to get very far. So to me, the only way to go really would be a challenge pack, where you get a fitness program. As a coach, you would get a fitness program of your choice, and you would get Shakeology, the first month of Shakeology, and you would get your coach account, all for anywhere from $140 to $205. Now, listen, if you were going to start a franchise, let's say a Subway franchise, it would cost you at least $250,000 for you to partner with Subway and sell subs at a corner store. We're giving you the chance to partner and with Beachbody and start a Beachbody franchise, which is $1 billion company and is world known and is on TV every single day, and it only costs you less than $200 for you to start your Beachbody franchise. As a coach, if you do it with a challenge pack, we're going to waive your fee. It's crazy to me how cheap it is to actually get in as a coach. When I look at what we've been able to earn doing this, it's mind blowing to me. Sorry, that's kind of a personal moment there. But for $140, $205, you get everything you need to become a coach. We'll put you through training so that you're not trying to second guess what you're doing. and all that stuff. If you want to get started as a customer, oh crap, I don't know if I can go back. That previous page said this, that as a coach, you're going to get 25% off your future shipments. There'll be a $15.95 website fee. So the company puts out websites for you. So we just pay them $16 a month for the maintenance of those websites. Like, we don't have to do anything else with them other than send people to the websites. So we pay them $16 a month, but we get 25% off. So if you're going to use Shakeology, you're actually money ahead, about $20 a month ahead, if you just pay the coach fee and get the 25% off Shakeology. But as a customer, you can get that same challenge pack for the same price, right? So you're going to get your fitness program, you're going to get Shakeology, you'll have your coach and your fitness group all for that same initial investment. The only thing that you're giving up is the ability to save money on future shipments, or the ability to make money if you start helping or referring other people. All right. So either way is fine with me. I don't know which way maybe that you're leaning, but what I do know is this, that your coach is going to follow up with you. They're going to get in contact. Whoever invited you tonight, we're going to give them the direction to go ahead and follow up with you. And they're going to ask you what you like the most about it, and where you see yourself getting started. Like, do you want to get started as a coach? Do you want to get started as a customer? Here's the only thing that I ask of you. I want you to be completely honest with them. I don't want you to feel forced. I want you to give them an honest, truthful answer. We're not looking to force people into this. What we are looking for, though, is people who are ready to make some kind of change in their life, people who are ready to take action, and people who are willing to make an investment in that and to believe in what we do. Because I promise you this, that if you just buy in, I don't know what it is that you need. I don't know if it's health and fitness. I don't know if it's money, right? But either way, we have a plan for you, and we want to help you get whatever that is. Maybe it's both, okay? But I want you to be honest with the person. Like I said, I'm hoping to see some of you guys in this. Maybe you got other people that you think need to see this webinar. Don't hesitate to ask your coach for the recording, because we did record this tonight. So with that said, I thank you for being here. Follow up with your coach. If they don't get in contact with you, let me know. Tommy Mygrant, MYGRANT. You can look me up on Facebook, look me up on Instagram. If you're ready to get going and you don't get contacted with your coach, let me know, and we'll make sure that you get taken care of, guys. With that said, I appreciate you being here. I'll let you go on with your night. I'm hoping to see you guys in one of our groups. Talk to you later.